I think we're live. We're live, everyone.
Yes, we're live. We're
yes,
live,
we are.
everybody.
Hello, everybody. What is up, everyone? It is me, Real American, back in with a new stream. And that is right, we are live on this beautiful July 25th. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, afternoon, midnight, wherever you're on the world. I'm having a great day myself. And we're joined by Real Texas Politics, and for the first time in a couple months, Yay is here.
It's me. I'm the
Hello,
guy.
everybody.
I'm the one that talks endlessly about nothing.
Yeah, hello. Like, comment, subscribe, join the channel, hit the bell, all that stuff.
You took over Tyrone's job. Holy crap.
Yeah, great job. Good job.
Like he says, join the channel, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, share with your friends on Twitter and stuff, and of course, super chats, best way to get your questions answered. Again, all support's greatly appreciated. And already a couple super chats. A glitch Evie for 2. Kamala ad like always getting Democrat ads on rap. Well, it's political content. You're gonna get, Democrat ads. You're gonna get that, so.
Unfortunately, you will have to watch ads about people trying to claim that Kamala Harris is not a lizard.
Oh, yeah, I just clicked the stream so I could monitor the chats, and I just got a Harris ad. Oh, hello, is that Tyrone? I think that's Tyrone. Yes,
Tyrone.
You see, I will not insinuate that I use an ad blocker because that would be against YouTube's terms of services. However, I have not seen any advertisements on YouTube in quite a while.
I have come to ruin the stream. What are we talking about?
Our dog show for 2.
My fellow African-American homosexuals.
Oh, Jesus. Our dog show for 2. Hope Vance is next
I
VP.
I just said that in public in Austin.
Oh, God. Our dog show for 2. Hope Vance is next VP, but thumbs down for Hilly Billy Elegy. What's wrong with that?
Why? I don't know.
Cool. More subversives who are unwilling to get behind the ticket for stupid reasons.
Get the Vance.
Shut the fuck up.
We'll get the Vance stuff in a second. A glitch Evie for 2. Base and late pilled. I wasn't late. Why is it every stream now? I'm late.
You know who is late? Me.
You.
Fuck off.
Yeah, it's you. American Nerd for $2.41. Any crazy breaking news today? I get news here now. Nothing today.
Vance may or may not have did something with his couch. I don't know.
The Vance stuff when
it's not real. It's like literally they said, oh yeah, it's page 179 to 181. If you go there, there is no mention of that at all.
So when Vance fucks a couch, that didn't happen. But when I fucked a
Tyrone, stop.
Chad, I did not have sexual relations with a ham and cheese hot pocket, I promise.
Oh, Jesus. Glitch Evie for 2. I only get Democrat ads, though. Yeah, but it's on YouTube. I mean, it's online, so... Businessman for 2.
It's
thanks so
fucking
much.
online. It's an online campaign.
I don't think YouTube wants to touch a Trump ad with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, okay, so... What should we start with first? The new polling data, the Vance stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about that bullshit Maine poll.
That Maine poll. Listen, I want to, when I'm wrong, I'm not like some people on Twitter.
You went like, oh man, we're gonna have an issue, and then fucking Yeet and I pointed out the crosstabs. Like Kamala's fucking down by it with independents by 15 versus Biden. Cool. Fucking New Hampshire still in R. The main crosstabs are bullshit. You started fucking dooming it. Now you're out like, oh, I was wrong. Yeah, damn straight you were wrong, motherfucker. Tyrone wins again.
Well, I'm one of those people
they had Trump up by 4 in the 2nd district.
Yeah, okay, so this was a poll for those that don't know. It's Maine. They had Harris up by 9. Now, I looked at crosstabs at first. I thought there's nothing crazy, but then you guys brought up rightfully, like, Maine's 2nd swung, like, 5 points Democrat, then Maine's 1st swung, like, 5 points Republican or something. What was it again?
If you'd believe it, if Maine's 1st district, which is notoriously, it is straight up rich white liberals on the coast of the Northeast, if that's moving 3 or 4 points right, the 2nd district is moving like 10.
At least.
Which, if that's the case, bye-bye Jared Golden, probably, but...
Jared Golden's fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly...
which, speaking of which, I mean, he's desperate to save his ass. I think he's even saying that he may not even vote for Kamala Harris.
Oh yeah, he's already. What's next for him? Jared Golden has already said that he's not committed to voting for Kamala.
All right.
I mean, what's next? He votes for Trump or something?
I would laugh if that happens. Chark ZZ.
It'd be hilarious if he said he's voting for Trump and he fucking loses his election anyway.
Yeah, I hope that happens. Char XZZ for 2. When will the polling boost end for Kamala? So, okay, let's get into polling data. This Maine poll, I was wrong. All right, I'm not one of these people on Twitter that just pretend they're never wrong, that they're always right.
Oh, I'm never wrong.
I was going to say
right.
no. I don't think I've ever been
I'm
wrong on
always
any
right.
tweet.
The only reason I get things wrong is because fate itself decides to spite me. I know I'm right in my heart.
Exactly.
Especially with what happened with Cameron.
I never made any comments
Those
about.
are Longhorns. Hi, Longhorns. Not the fucking team sits. I'm talking about the actual fucking cattle.
I never
Screw
made
you,
any
team.
comments about Doug Mastriano winning in 2022. Don't worry about that. That didn't happen. Don't worry about it. I never made any comments about Dr. Oz underperforming Mastriano. That's fake news. That's a doctor tweet. Don't believe it.
It's a doctor tweet. It's fake news. It's fake information. It never happened. The radical liberal election Twitter Democrat radical socialists are trying to smear my good name. They're trying to say that I said things that never happened. I never said Doug Mastriano was going to win. He was a great, great patriot, but we all know he wasn't going to win. Don Huffines, we thought he was going to win, but he didn't. We never said he was going to win. We would have loved for him to win, but unfortunately, Greg Abbott is too strong. We never said any of this, folks. It's all fake news. Democrats are trying to smear the good name of rap election Twitter.
Rap election Twitter? Okay, anyways, CharXZZ for 2. When will the polling boost end for Harris? Oh, did we read this? Yeah, we did.
You never answered it.
We'll get to that in a sec. Well, actually, that's what we're talking about right now. Dog Show for 5. How are we sure as Kamala's doing worse than Biden when betting odds for Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania have gotten worse for us since Biden dropped out? Betting odds don't matter much.
Okay,
I was gonna say. Here's a secret. Here's a nice little secret about the betting odds. They mean fucking nothing, especially like way far out. It's all vibes based. People were yunking at like a 75% chance of being VP on Predicted up until Vance was chosen.
Yeah, so
like,
okay.
It's not a thing.
Let's talk about this because
hold on. The people who unironically treat betting odds as like what's actually going to happen, you are literally functionally no different than like a Wall Street stock trader, because Wall Street stocks are like literally how rich people feel that fucking day.
All right, American Nerd for 5. What does Tyrone, Real Texan, and Ye think the Electoral College down ballot would look like if the Dem ticket is Clinton/Abrams? Asking for a friend, by the way. I think Democrats would just get crushed.
Oh,
Yeah,
Democrat. No,
Yeah,
I'd say Democrats would get crushed, but they'd already get crushed by Stacey Abrams' enormous weight.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Right, so
the weight of the ticket would cause the party to
weight of
collapse.
the ticket. Yeah, no. Even when you pick up the ballot, it's just like it's folding.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Stacey Abrams carries a lot of heavy implications for our democracy.
Yeah,
All right.
Ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Gosh. So, okay, let's talk with this polling bump. I want to be clear about one thing. I am not saying that Trump's going to win 400 electoral votes or anything like that.
I'm saying Trump's going to win electoral votes.
He's going to win 500.
500. But can we just be real for a second? Like, we're real American politics, right? So...
Yes, we are real Americans.
Oh,
real American political elections.
I'm actually an illegal alien. I was born in Guadalajara. I moved over when I was 7.
Wait, you were born where?
It's true. It's true. I've seen his skin. He's short enough to be passing as Mexican.
I want to fucking kill you.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't have been born 5'6". Maybe you shouldn't be.
Whoa. Hey. Do not
too.
slander the good name of Ye. It's actually 5'7.5". All right, buddy?
It's 7. Okay.
6'8". I mug you, motherfucker. I height mug you.
Okay.
This just isn't true. It's fake news.
The Emerald Creeper for 2. To be fair, the Vance stuff doesn't bother me. Okay, let's just start the Vance stuff. I am getting sick and tired of these people that they were never. Were any of these people going to vote for Trump in the first place?
No.
Any of them?
No.
So why
that
the hell
fucking
they saying...
white woman on Twitter complaining about Vance being like a pro-choice Republican or some shit? She like people fucking dug up her tweets like, yeah, she said she voted for Biden in 2020, Clinton in 2016.
Exactly. These people, I'm getting. It's always the same culprits. I got Rufus the Doofus just keep going on and on. I had to block him today. I couldn't take it anymore. The guy just kept like mentioning me and real Red Eagle.
This is the man who said he would have unprotected sex with Stacey Abrams. Why are you people taking him seriously?
Wait, what?
No. He would have nasty hot sex with Stacey Abrams.
Yeah, that's right. To get Ron DeSantis as the nominee. That's right.
Oh god.
That is no
yeah.
shame, by the way.
It's a bunch of DeSantis cultists. They're still mad about the DeSantis stuff. That's
Which
reality.
is funny. Which is fucking funny because DeSantis himself has already endorsed Trump Vance. Like, come on, guys, let's fucking move on with our lives.
Did Susan Collins of Maine said that, yeah, Vance is a very smart guy? Like, he's a really good pick?
Yeah.
Fucking Susan Collins, Susan Collins, those Northeast Republicans, like Vance is going to appeal to the Rust Belt white working class people in like Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania, the Midwest, areas where there was once industrialization. But Vance also appeals to like those educated Northeast Republican types because guess what? He's fucking Ivy League educated.
Yeah.
Honestly, I hope RFK drops out soon just so
I think he's gonna drop out.
Start shilling for Kamala Harris.
I think he's drop would endorse Trump. That's a rumor going around. Our dog show for 5. How about
the second he does that? By the way, Chris Nelson's going to be shilling for Kamala.
Oh,
Harris
100%. Yeah. Our dog show for 5. How nervous about faithless electors would you be if the election night it's 270, 268? I'm not gonna be worried that much because it's not the Republican Party of 2016.
I was gonna say all of the electors, all of Trump's electors in all of the states that he has a shot in, especially at like the 270 mark, are going to be like they're going to be vetted and they're going to be vetted hard.
Honestly, you probably could see some faithless electors go to like Rashida Tlaib or something.
I think it's more likely.
It's much more likely that like a Hawaii or a California Democrat elector goes to some progressive rather than Trump having any defectors.
All right. Southern Missouri for 5. I believe Biden actually had a better chance of beating Trump before the debate than Kamala does now. She'll lose and lose big. I agree with that, actually. That's actually.
By the way, Kamala Harris, I mean, her strategy
here's how it fucking looks, you motherfuckers, you fucking pieces of shit. You better hang up those computer calls because I'm about to tell. Where the fuck did Ye go?
I don't know. Anyways,
he just left. He just said enough of this. All right.
Anyways, you see what she's doing right now. I mean, she's basically only campaigning for
leftists.
Her own base. She's not even trying to appeal to moderates or swing voters, which maybe she will eventually. But as it stands right now, she's on the RuPaul Drag Race show.
Yeah, like
doing God knows what.
I did a whole video on her first ad. Did you guys see that, by the way? Her first campaign ad.
Oh yeah,
it just came out today.
And then fucking Wisconsin conservative, that fucking loser sponge from Wisconsin. It's like, this is Obama 08 energy, guys. We're gonna fucking lose.
Obama, Obama 08, he would be like, we need to bring back jobs from China. We need to close down the border. We need, like, this is not Obama 2008.
Open change.
Chico's Monkey Farm for $5.17.
That's an amazing name. Holy shit, Chico's Monkey Farm.
I would rather have Miss Finster and Randall on the ticket than Kamala. Props to those who get the reference. By the way, Quinn Ewers endorsed Trump. Horns up. Did he?
Yeah, so here's how it fucking looks, guys. Harris is in her honeymoon phase where the media refuses to fucking refuses to scandalize her or criticize her.
They're covering for her now.
Yeah, they're fucking covering for her, and polls are coming out. And not only is she not able to fucking match Biden in some of these polls, her independent numbers are literally worse by double digits. And there are certain Democrats who are just saying, yeah, I'm not fucking voting for that. Like, are you fucking retarded?
Yeah,
how dare you call her Kamala, you misogynist?
Well,
she's Vice President Kamala Harris.
I've been saying this even before Biden dropped out. I've always said that Harris would get a temporary bump. The question was, how big would it be? There's some polls like the New York Times, but even then it's like, Trump's at 49% or whatever. 48, 49%. So it's like, he's almost at 50.
At that point, Trump's about to win a fucking... Yeah, at that point, Trump's going to fucking win the popular vote, just flat out. Yeah. And if you win the popular vote, you win the electoral college if you win the popular vote as a Republican, you win the electoral college. Sorry, Hillary.
Let's see here. BB for 2. The shilling for Kamala and RCP is disgusting. It's not really shilling. That's what the polls are. You can't really blame that RCP.
I'd also like to point out that they literally cannot find a way to fucking make Harris look good, so they're making that one fucking poll that was like D plus 26 unweighted, and Trump was still up by 3 points.
Yeah.
Okay, he's making mac and cheese right now, so.
Yes,
yeah, I saw that.
It was 2 to 3 points in the New York Times poll. I did some digging on that, by the way. The entirety
we had a poll. We had a fucking poll come out today that was Trump plus 5, and it was weighted D plus 2.
Yeah, Rasmussen.
This man is going to win. Yeah, Rasmussen.
I pulled up right now. Yeah, so he's up by 7, and Rasmussen, here's what I like about them. They're there to, like, fix the aggregate, because some of these polls are just shit. Like, they're there to, like, okay, no more Harris plus 3s.
And there's something right now where, like, Vance has, like, a 30-some% approval rating.
Yeah, and we'll get to that in a minute. Superior Carolina for 2. Is a Tyrone a Baptist? He cuss a bit much. No, he's Anglican.
No, I'm an Anglican. I was raised a Baptist, but then I had myself an atheism phase. Not atheism, but like skeptical agnosticism, I guess would be a good way.
Well, most people go through that, I think. Tristan for 2. Half the new polls overstate Democrats. And this is what I think's happening. And what do you guys think about this theory? What's happening is the response bias for Democrats has gone up dramatically because they're enthusiastic. They got rid of Biden. But they're not actually.
Could be it.
Because
I believe it.
What happened, I think it was 2012. Remember the first debate? Remember when Romney absolutely crushed Obama during that debate? Go watch. That was bad. That was disaster. His numbers went down 5 points in a week. It turns out that was because of a response bias. Like, a bunch of Democrats kind of just bailed from talking to pollsters. I think that's what's happening right now. That a bunch of these quote-unquote independents, they're just Democrats, they're inflating Harris's numbers right now. That's what I think's happening here, to a lesser extent. I mean, that's how polls work. I think even Bear said that's possible. What's happening? Hell, he even said that's what's more than likely happening here.
Are there really independents that hated Biden but love Kamala Harris for some reason?
Well, you got the the white upper middle class resist liberal that pretends to be a moderate. You got those people that exist.
I guess. I mean, I guess you're Adam Kinzinger probably.
Yeah, you got the Adam Kinzinger types. They're the ones that say, "Yeah, I'm an independent, but I'm a Democrat."
Which, by the way, Jeff Duncan endorsed Kamala Harris, so I think Kinzinger probably should at some point. I think he will.
Mager Belleries for 2. Tyrone's my favorite on these lives. Stay based. Yeah, Tyrone's a fan favorite. CCM 28 for 2. Why isn't the FAU poll in the RCP average? Well, with RCP, there's some polls they don't put on there for whatever reason. I don't know why some polls are not, but I guess they vet them.
Didn't they put SoCal polls on there?
Oh, no, 538 did. I think they will eventually.
Yeah, 538. That'd be nice if it did.
Yeah, let's see here. When leaders are pushed, Trump is getting 52-53% of the Emerson polls. Trump has a higher ceiling than Kamala. Yeah, and I want to talk about the Emerson stuff. Trump,
okay, I'm back.
Outside of Georgia, which I think that was a fluke.
I just had to deal with the Mexican transsexual. My day is ruined.
Okay, but no, I think that whole the whole Emerson.
No, get me out of Austin. Get me out of Austin. I hate it here.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened with the transsexual or whatever?
They just stood beside me smoking. They're fucking smoke. Like it blew in my face. It was nasty.
All right, but yeah, so I think the Emerson College poll in Georgia, I looked into it. I think they overstated Democrats a little bit. Now, and I think it's more so because Harris, I guess, the black turnout might
also, I'm glad to hear that I'm some people's favorites on this stream. I love you guys.
True.
I'm going to really fucking miss not being able to join these streams for like basically a year straight.
That's gonna suck.
That's gonna be awful.
Let's see here. There's a lot of people who hated Biden but don't know much about Harris. Once the honeymoon phase is over, it should be back down. And I think that's what's gonna happen. It's a bunch of Democrats, and now I think that Israel stuff's gonna screw her over. It already is.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if y'all saw, but apparently Mark Kelly is the leading name to be her vice presidential pick.
I think it's gonna be him or Pete Buttigieg.
Oh man, if it's Mark Kelly, holy shit, he is going to lose in 28. Like, that is the best fucking way for them to ensure he loses, because any Republican who runs against him is just going to be able to point out and say, he was the vice presidential pick for the woman that lost to Trump and said that illegal immigrants aren't committing a crime by being illegal.
Yeah, I really don't think the pick's going to matter that much.
It's not going to matter to help with it. So it's not going to matter in terms of electoral prospects, but whoever the pick is, if they're in elected office, oh my God, they are going to get so fucked with guilt by association going into their next election, whether it's Shapiro or Kelly. This is why they'd be smart to fucking pick Bashir or Cooper, because they're term limited.
Okay, so I just looked on Predicted right now for the vice presidential nomination. So Mark Kelly right now is up almost 20 cents over Shapiro.
I don't think it's Shapiro. After he went to where was the teachers union thing, right?
Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went down to Houston for the teachers union convention, and also for Hurricane Barrel stuff, and then there's the whole Israel stuff. I feel like if you're Kamala Harris,
You're not
you
big.
probably want to try to appeal to some of those softer Palestine supporters that
I don't think you
maybe kind
can.
of weary
I think
about
she
it.
screwed herself today. That was not
Well,
a
I mean,
smart
she
political
was never
move.
going to win the hardcore, actual
I know,
Hamas
but I think
supporters.
that pissed off a lot of people. I really believe that because here's what I think
Right.
happened. I really believe that some of these Harris people, the younger people, these are younger voters, quote unquote, swinging towards Harris. I think this is the Palestine people thinking, oh, she's 100% aboard with Palestine. She's not going to talk to the Israeli prime minister. Yeah, no.
I think there are some people that just hated her regardless because she is part of the Biden administration, and obviously they're all pro-Israel, even her to some extent. I mean, the only person that's kind of associated to her that's not pro-Israel is her stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Who's basically just like a queer Marxist, transgender, non-binary mouthful of a bunch of
Hey,
shit.
can
I don't
you?
know.
Okay, so I need you to like speak in English.
All right, BB for 2. Growth in Kamala supporters basically among Democrats. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just a bunch of Democrats that they bailed on Biden, but they think, oh no, Kamala Harris is actually way better. They're gonna realize, oh wait, she's actually dumber because at least with Biden, at least he had an appeal in the Rust Belt. Who does Harris appeal to?
That's the other thing. If she picks Kelly, she's doubling down on the Sun Belt.
I really think that's her strategy. I really think that's the
I
whole
don't
thing.
think there's anybody in the Rust Belt outside of Pete Buttigieg and Josh Shapiro. I mean, what else was there? I think there was like Tim Walz. No, it's not gonna be Tim.
That's a stupid pick. That's a waste of a pick.
Pritzker is. I mean, if you're gonna pick a fat person, you probably would rather pick a fat woman because why would JB Pritzker? The whole yeah, all bodies are beautiful, and then they take one look at JB Pritzker and they immediately change their minds.
Let's see here. Saint Slayer.
Oh, that's a woman walking with her breasts out in downtown Austin.
Saint Slayer for 5. Did you guys see her press conference? She was trying sort of play the middle ground. Chicago was going to burn. Yeah, I think that her number's going to tank, and then when Chicago happens, that's.
I don't know how you see what happened in DC yesterday and not flip the fucking.
It's gonna get way worse. That's nothing.
Oh yeah, Chicago's gonna be on like fucking fire.
That's why I think that her number's gonna tank bad.
Like Democrats are fucking stupid to not hold the virtual convention.
Well, they still are, but then it's apparently pissed off a bunch of progressive groups now.
Well, they're only doing the nomination virtually, and even then I mean, they'll still probably nominate Harris for show at the convention. I mean, she'll make a speech and shit. Yeah. By the way, speaking of which, the whole Obama stuff, I think it's he's gonna come around.
Yeah,
he's gonna.
I think Harris. He's.
Oh, hi Zipper! I can fucking tell you're listening to me on the stream. I've been in this super like. No, I'm shouting out my friend.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he just discovered I get on these streams.
So the whole thing with Harris is I really think her numbers could go down next week or within 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks later, it's going to just collapse. And that's what I think the Obama people realize. Because we heard this from not just Axelrod. We heard this from Obama. Privately, he was telling people that they don't want her. They got to get rid of her, but they can't. So...
Yeah, and I think there was a report today that said he would endorse her. I don't think he's going to endorse her until the convention.
No, he's not going to endorse her until the convention. If he does it before then, I will actually be fucking surprised because this is literally just a fucking, like, massive... Hold on, give me just a second.
Hypothetically, by the way, if Obama didn't even speak at the DNC or even endorse Harris, it's a fucking disaster. Yeah, if you don't have the king of the Democratic Party, the Lord and Savior of the Democratic Party backing your candidate, you're screwed.
That's the thing with like Obama. What I think happened.
Obama is a really, really fucking petty motherfucker. Oh, I forgot there's a liquor store next to this Subway shop.
Okay, but no, the thing with Obama is like, I don't think they wanted Harris, but Biden has one final FU is like, no, I'm supporting Harris right away. Screw you, you can't do anything. That's what I think happened.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like Michelle was going to take the job.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, who were they thinking about then? Because we heard reports that they didn't want Harris.
Apparently Mark Kelly, or maybe Josh Shapiro. Maybe...
I think, was it Deval Patrick involved somehow?
Deval Patrick, maybe, but
I
how much
heard
did he get in the
reports.
2020? He basically came and went in the 2020 primary. I remember
All
that.
right, bunch of super chats. Bailey Spangler for 5. Maybe I missed it, but did you give your take on the Maine and New Hampshire polls? We talked about it. It turns out they overstated Democrats a lot. Chico's Monkey Farm for $11.06. Well, Kamala was an actual czar like Nicholas II, so she couldn't have been an actual czar. G's Republican Cope is real. Shake my head. By the way, Cal Quantrill is a clown. Ooh. Let me look this up. Oh, baseball player. Okay. Oh, that's a guy that I think he told some guy to F off or something. Gustavo G for 2. Why is the strategy the Sun Belt when it's harder? Because they
Okay, I'm back.
That's where the new Democratic coalition
and they
is.
don't have an appeal in the Rust Belt with Harris. So they're gonna double down. They think if we just win through the Sun Belt, we got it.
Because the Sun Belt, you got more black people. It's, I guess, a bit more diverse in population.
You
got
the
more young
college-educated
people as
voter.
well.
So,
Yeah.
PK for
And
2.
they're gaining in electoral votes as well, while the Rust Belt is declining.
PK for 2. Hot take. Arizona's the easiest state to flip. Nah. I still
think it's Georgia.
I think it's Georgia. I think it's Nevada, actually.
Georgia, Wisconsin, Nevada. Arizona, I mean, I guess Kelly being on the ticket, I mean, I guess you can shave off like a point, but that's like at best.
All right, Darren Felix for 2. After 2020, won't shock me if she wins. Again, what happened in 2020, Biden needed everything to go perfectly, barely won. So
yeah, and it pretty much, I mean, you had the highest turnout in a presidential race ever.
No, it was, I don't think it was ever. It was like less.
Or in like over 120
yeah,
years.
It was some crazy thing. Jack Wilder for 2. The 13 keys, Al Lichtman says Dems win. I'm scared. The 13
Don't listen to
keys.
that, man.
Listen.
He is basically rigging them in his favor for Harris to win.
The 13 keys is a neat idea. I never had a problem with it, but what he's doing with it is just flat out manipulation. For example, he is saying there is no problem with a Democrat Party telling 15 million voters, actually, your vote doesn't matter. No, you're not. We're going to pick someone different. And now he's claiming that there's a foreign policy success, the economy is actually good. Which I looked into, it turns out, no, it's not. Like, his keys are just, he's flat out changing the keys right now. So, yeah. Punch a Bunch Bear for 2. Only suburban hoes will vote for Harris. I don't know.
I don't see how she would gain in this. The only area she'll probably have some gains in is inner cities like Atlanta or Philadelphia or whatever, just with some black voters. But
yeah, that's about
even
it.
then, I mean, you're not going to energize them to Obama levels, and you're not going to turn them out to 2020 levels. So
Priscilla's
that's it.
Priscilla for 2. Can they change candidates after the convention? No, I don't think they can.
Unless she dies, no.
But even then, I think there's some big question marks about that. All right, so yeah the Rasmussen poll was Trump +7. Should we talk about the gaslighting right now with Harris? Because now you have the media claiming Kamala Harris was never the border czar. She was actually a moderate. And now you got the leading articles where, yeah, she was the most liberal senator.
I would like to point out, Alex Jones got fined $1.5 billion for lying about something that happened.
Yeah, and now you have Newsweek saying Trump actually never got shot. I mean, this is, listen, no one's defending Alex Jones for what he said. But if he gets fined $1.5 billion, shouldn't these people get fined as well for saying that actually the Trump never got shot? He did. So how can these people think it was shrapnel or something?
Aren't the polls saying like half the Democrats either believe that he deserved it or he staged it?
I didn't see anything like that. K Cup for 2.
I think I read a poll. I read a poll where like 30%. I think I read a poll where like 30% of Dems said it was staged.
I will not.
Which I'm not saying it is. It is
34. The number was 34%.
K Cup for 2. Gas went up 30 cents in 2 days here. Economy does not equal good. And now, ignore the gas stuff for a second. The job market's just ass. And even if Trump wins, I don't think he's going to fix it.
If you're worried about gas, just wait till November when it's down to like a cent.
Yeah. BB for 2. Harris does not equal Obama 2008-2012 Wisconsin poll today. I think there's a Wisconsin poll like Trump +1 or something.
I wasn't saying that she was equal to 2008. I was saying the black voters in like Atlanta, she's not, even if she improves with them by like a little bit, she's not going to excite them to the level of Barack Obama
I think he was just asking a
2008.
general question. I don't think he was like questioning what you said.
Right, okay.
Yes, I think with Kamala Harris, what Democrats are saying, she's the next Obama. The difference with Obama 2008 especially.
He had charisma.
Not only that, but he was the hope and change candidate.
And he was very well spoken too. Kamala Harris is a fucking dumbass.
She can't speak. She literally cannot speak for the life of her.
Kamala Harris treats her audience like children. Barack Obama basically was Martin Luther King, basically. He spoke like Martin Luther King.
Kamala Harris would say the wheels are on a bus go round. Can't make it up. All right. Mike for 2. Is Donald going to get under or over 2020 vote totals? I don't know. I'm going to say it stays about the same for him. I just think what's going to happen is Harris is going to crash.
I think it stays the same for Harris. It stays the same for Trump because his base is energized.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Democrats, it's going to completely collapse just because they don't have the turnout that they had before. And even if Biden it's not Biden, Harris wins the popular vote, it would probably not even be by 1 million votes.
Yeah. Our dog show for 2. How's Kamala an incumbent, but Gore wasn't in 2000? Yeah, that's a whole thing. It's like, how can you consider Harris the incumbent? Like, it's like some people think that she has incumbency to her advantage. No. For one, Biden's a lot more like Jill Biden's president. But secondly, a lot of people are questioning, wait, what is Harris doing here? There was a poll from, I'm actually pulling this up. I think it was YouGov.
There's a difference. Wasn't Gore actually popular?
Yeah, he was liked. He was very much well liked.
He's kind of crazy now, but
well, yeah, he's lost his mind. Back then, he was seen as the more conservative, like, Democrat. And let me pull this up because this, in my opinion, is big. Let's see. I can't find it. Where is it? There was a poll from YouGov. I gotta find it, but either way. So effectively, it was asking questions about like, how much blame does Kamala Harris have for covering up Biden's health? It was like 85% said a great or somewhat of a amount for covering up Biden's health. So I think that it hurts her if she becomes the incumbent. Because some people are going to think, oh, wait a minute. You covered up his own health, and 5 minutes before the election, you suddenly become the president? Really? That doesn't seem right. Fritz is writing for 5. Hey, Rap, regarding the Maine poll you commented on, I just wanted to say the only pollster who got Maine right in 2022 was ARG, who added Dem +1. Yeah, so it is a bad poll, I think. I overreacted. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, so, but by the way, I just don't see how this hair surge, it's not really a surge, it's just a honeymoon period. Like, how can you really say it's a surge? A surge is like 3 weeks after the fact that, and even now it's like a 5-point bump. She's getting like a 2-point swing in most polls.
If Harris is up by like 5 after the convention, then maybe we can have the conversation.
Yeah.
But right now, I think it's just they're excited about, I guess, a fresh face and something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they've really believed that. I really believe that what's happened to polling is just it's a bunch of Democrats like saying, "Oh, we're gonna vote for Harris no matter what," and now realizing, "Oh wait, she sucks." Christopher Gooden for 2. Black people hate Harris, so I doubt it. She's gonna get a slight bump with them, but she's still gonna do worse than Biden 2020 with those voters.
I mean, her only bump is gonna be with like black women. Yes. That's it.
Spence Sports Network for 2. Fighting for the people, wife, Mamula, auntie/she/her. Oh gosh.
Kamala Harris's mother. She's brats. She's a
I hate
queer
that.
icon.
And these assholes on Twitter actually believe that's good messaging. These people are so out of touch.
That's how you lose like fucking Webb County, Texas at that point.
That's how you lose like, people in southern Texas by a lot.
South Texas, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Minnesota outside the Twin Cities even.
Yeah, what's like, I don't get what her strategy is. Do they really believe if we just run to far to the left on stuff like pronouns and pride, we're gonna win? People
She's
give a shit about the
basically,
economy.
she's basically the 2024 version of like George McGovern, but even then, I mean, yeah, we're much more polarizing now, and at this point, you can probably McGovern's probably more conservative at this point.
Let's see here. Punch a Punch Bear for 5. What do you think of the childless cat lady's comment Vance made? Well, for one, that was 3 years ago. And here's what I'll say about it.
He was right.
Well, he is right, but I can understand why some people are going to say it's going to hurt Republicans. Maybe it hurts Vance's favorability for a day or two, but I have a theory that I don't think some people are going to accept.
The only person that really attacked him on it was Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, no one cares what she thinks, so...
Unless you're like a humongous Friends fan, but...
Yeah, so here's what I say about the comment and the Vance favorability stuff, and I want to talk about this real quick. Vance's favorability numbers on paper look bad. I'm not denying that. But when you dig into the Eternals, you realize what's happening is like all the Democrats are all saying very unfavorable. There's like half of independents, they don't even know who this guy is. Even a bunch of Republicans don't either. What's happened to the favorability is a bunch of Democrats just said, nope, unfavorable. Nope, unfavorable. And you even go on Twitter. The only people complaining about Vance still are never Trumpers and Democrats. So what the hell are you talking about? The center hates Vance. What? That there's not a single person that outside of Twitter that vehemently hates Vance except for Democrats. I don't get these people.
Vance is a communist.
Yeah, that's how some people think. Printer Writer for 5. Also, do you see the leaked memo where the Harris campaign doesn't even plan to contest Wisconsin, Michigan, and try to win through Arizona, Nevada, Georgia, Pennsylvania? Wait, what?
If that's the case, then yeah, Mark Elias might be the fucking pick. But
send me that link. Send me something. Someone look that up. Look at the
that's the first time I've heard it.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard it too. Gustavo G for 2. She's running a left-wing DeSantis to your campaign. Worse than DeSantis, because at least with DeSantis, that was during the primary. It made sense. Conservative. Yeah. And at least, you know, it made sense to run during the primary. She's trying to run a primary campaign in the general.
I'm so fucking sick of having to deal with homeless people begging me for food and money in downtown Austin. Holy shit. If Gavin Newsom can sign a fucking executive order getting rid of the homeless in California, fucking Greg Abbott has no damn excuse. I'm so sick of this fucking shit, man.
All right, Random J
anyway,
for 2.
I'm back.
Jill Stein is not being considered in polls. And that's something I noticed. They're not including her for whatever reason. Seahawks.
I do wonder if there's some like Palestine cultists that probably don't like Stein just because of her last name.
Yeah. Seahawks Brennan Nelson for 5. I do kind of disagree that Dems made a mistake swapping Kamala in. Yes, she has obstacles to overcome, but at least she can fight back. Biden can't. Well, people are going to realize she's more incompetent.
Oh, Jill Stein, her last name sounds Jewish. She must be a Zionist.
All right. I'm going to look up this leaked memo. Okay, what else do we got to talk about? I want to look leaked. Hold on. Harris memo, Wisconsin.
Hey, Rap. Can I invite a really, really, really good friend of mine to the stream?
No, it's only... No, we're not doing this game. Tyrone, no. Last time we did that ended a shit show. No.
What do you mean last time we did? We got Yay. Last time it happened,
no, we're not.
No.
We're not, Tyrone. We're not. No. No other... But I want to know beforehand.
This is Tyrone oppression.
BB for 2. VP's a takeover from incumbents rarely win. Yeah, have they ever won? Except Lyndon B. Johnson?
I mean, Thomas Jefferson.
I'm talking
Andrew Johnson.
I'm talking about this late in the game, not 5 minutes, 5 years before.
All right, Kamala Harris says that a 2-state solution is the only viable path.
She's trying to play the middle. It's the same show Biden did. It's the same thing.
Yeah, wait till you realize.
Oh my goodness,
every single person protesting in DC supports a 1-state
Kamala,
solution.
you have no political instincts.
So she's trying to play the center again, just like Biden did with Israel. That's her strategy. That you can piss everyone off, like the war in Israel.
Well, I guess that's why. I guess that answers as to why she didn't want to speak with Bibi.
Actually, I think she did today.
All right.
She met him today. She just didn't attend the speech.
Yeah, she did.
I love how
I don't
she's
think
like,
she did.
Israel's our greatest ally. We need to secure their existence, but also that we need a two-state solution. And
US
like we need to protect the Palestinian citizens. Like, oh my god, it is such gay moralizing.
U.S. Army for 2, Obamula Hussein Harris. Seahawks Brennan Nelson for 5. If Mayor Pete is a VP,
Obamula?
yes. Okay, Seahawks Brennan Nelson for 5. If Mayor Pete is a VP pick, that does tell me the Dems fully expect to lose. They don't want to tank one of their senators/governors on their way out. Yeah, I think that it's gonna be Buttigieg. I just have a feeling.
It's
I'm
probably
setting
down
it
to
up.
Kelly or Buttigieg now.
I don't think it's gonna be Kelly. Unless they're just dumb, which they are.
I don't know.
Hey, do y'all want to see a picture of my dinner?
No.
It's straight up safe for work. Don't worry, it's nothing stupid.
All right. Bro,
Oh damn.
that shit looks pretty good.
Where are you getting that from,
Yeah.
Austin?
All right. Anyways.
Thundercloud subs.
All right, let's see here. Exactly for 5. On the job market, my employer, electronics manufacturing, is hiring. The problem is we cannot find good candidates. Decent folk are unwilling to work. Well, I think it's part of it. Some people don't want to work, but also just the jobs suck. The job market's just...
Southern?
Well, anyways. Prince Writer for 5. I saw it on Bear's Twitter the other day with an eternal memo that got leaked that acknowledged Harris cannot win the white working class, so Michigan, Wisconsin isn't in play. Maybe.
Yeah. Nah.
I guess she could try to appeal to Pennsylvania just through Philadelphia, and that's probably it.
Satan Slayer for 2. It's Booty Juice or Kelly. That's it. Seahawks Brennan Nelson for 2. Any concern with the polls that came out of Wisconsin today? It's Wisconsin polling. Like I've been saying the entire cycle.
If you are taking Wisconsin polling serious, you.
Oh yeah, what is it? Emerson having a tide or
need
something?
to have your head screwed
so.
on. Holy fucking shit! I can't wait to get home and to devour this sandwich.
All right. Kamala is behind in the honeymoon phase. A month from now, the Democrats will be hating on Kamala for being unelectable. They worked the entire cycle.
Okay. I actually want to talk about something related to this. I've been seeing a lot of people say that Harris is going to have a convention bump or a conviction boost.
Happen.
Not only do convention bumps not really exist, I can't recall a single time they have ever happened, actually. This is just shit people are pulling out of their ass like the fucking bump monkeys that they are. But I fully anticipate it to be actually worse because I am in the specific camp of people who believe that what's going to happen with the Chicago DNC this year in a little month from now. Yes, I am convinced that those are going to turn into outright riots. And that's like the only way Harris is going to be able to come out of there with a better approval rating is if she personally dresses in riot squad gear with tear gas and goes out and fights the protesters herself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like that's the only way that she's gonna be able to salvage that situation. But to be fair, that wouldn't go fucking hard.
All right, Chris, we're good at for 2. You sure about that? Prince Rider for 10. Finally, this kind of seems like the final boss of wokeness/DEI, doesn't it? Started during the Obama years, went overdrive when Trump won in 2016, and Harris, the direct result of all of it. Yeah, I think we saw this. I think Microsoft, they fired all
No, the final boss of DEI is going to be when Michelle Obama comes out as a man and runs, because now we're going to have a trans black woman running.
She's never going to run.
What's up, my DEIs?
What's up, my fellow DEI Americans? But yeah, no, I mean that was a half-hearted statement. Michelle's never going to run.
Yeah.
Also, for the record, I do not unironically think Michelle Obama is a man. She just has very masculine features.
Oh boy.
Like a certain theme below.
Stop! Just stop!
No,
Stop!
No. Look. Keep what you like out of the stream, okay, buddy?
Seahawks Brennan Nelson for 5. Kamala coming out as pro-Palestine feels like a layup to get the youth vote back. Why wouldn't she do it? Would she lose donors if she turns on Israel? I think what's going to happen is she's going to play both sides and it's going to fail again, just like it did with Biden.
Yeah,
I think it's going to happen again.
She's literally just pulling the same fucking stupid shit that Biden did, but even in an even more horrible manner. And then she's also running a terminally online campaign on top of that. Like, the average American does not think her being a brat is good. Most people think that's immature.
By the way, I think the first frame of her ad had like pride flags and shit.
Yeah,
So.
that's all it was. It was freedom for pride. It's like that. What are you talking about? People care about immigration. People care about the economy. People care about crime. And the Trump campaign. And by the way, so much for that report from The Atlantic. Remember when those assholes said Donald Trump's campaign was getting sick of Vance. They are going to run to the left of Harris on crime. Remember that?
By the way, the Atlantic are like, if you ever the Atlantic are run by some of the most neoconservative sons of bitches out there. If they're trying to run fake news on Vance, it's because that they are afraid Vance is going to get us out of forever wars with Trump.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris locked up black people. She's racist. Democrats
and
are the real racists.
That report in the Vance stuff now, that's complete horseshit now. If the Atlantic failed that badly about the basic campaign message, like 5 seconds it came out that the Trump campaign was surprised by this. 5 seconds later, Political reports, oh yeah, by the way, the Trump campaign's been prepared since late April for this. All right.
Wonder like or weird report. Were there other reports that like Trump wanted to drop Vance from the ticket or something?
Yeah, and not even a second after that was reported, they announced 3 more rallies just with Vance in like 2 days. Sounds
also
like
today he announced a rally in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I don't think with Vance, but still.
Yeah, Businessman for 2, the base thanks for the super chat, Businessman. If you're trying to say stuff, it's it's not coming through, so. The Base Crusader for 5. Hey guys, haven't super chatted in a while. The stream is great as usual. Also, free Tyrone and Joe Biden is out the window.
All right, chat, free Tyrone. Put those trans flags in the fucking comments.
Mike for 2. So do we like Vance or is he actually collapsing? The Vance collapsing stuff's literally just a meme on Twitter.
It's a fucking psyop. It's bullshit.
It's just Democrats messing with the polls.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this. If 80% of staffers in Washington say that he's a bad pick, that means he's a good pick. That's all I gotta say. Businessman for 2. DEI is a conservative buzzword. I don't like it. Yeah, it's annoying, but...
Yeah, then we can use my version, DIE.
DIE, just die. Well, no,
that's literally what it is. I mean, you swap the letters, you spell die.
The thing with that phrase, though,
I call them DIE hires.
I think it's becoming kind of like woke and socialist, where it's useless. But I think it's good to attack Harris for the fact that she's not qualified at all. She's not.
Obama's a DEI president. I'm just kidding.
Well, Harris literally was picked because of her race. So.
Oh, that's obvious, yeah.
Printer Writer for 5. FYI, a real report came out the Dems were horrified at Vance's RNC speech because the ultra-racist populism appeals to the Rust Belt, sadly. Yeah, so, you read these articles, read between what they're saying. They're saying, JD Vance is a terrible pick for Trump. He's going to cost him the election. But then 5 seconds later, at the very bottom, well, actually right in the middle, where no one actually reads it, they say, oh yeah, by the way, JD Vance actually is helping Trump in the Rust Belt significantly. We're panicking right now. You can't make it up. You just can't. Christopher Goodett for 2. The DNC's be a dumpster fire. Yep. Seahawks Brennan Nelson for 5. Even if you think Trump will win by 10, you should still be motivated to try to get him win by 11. Over optimism should not provoke laziness. I agree.
Yep.
We got to act like we're down by a point everywhere. I want to run it up. I want to win every swing state by a lot. Win a state like New Jersey even.
We need a 50-state sweep.
Let's go win DC, y'all.
Yeah, let's win DC. At that point, you're winning every county, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And you're probably winning every precinct at that point.
Except from, like, some really, really black ones in, like, Detroit or something.
Yeah.
That are, like, 100% black, like Jackson or something.
I'm 100% black. I'm Tyrone.
If Trump wins the popular vote, should he sue the state to pledge their electors a popular vote to give them the votes to him? They're not. That's not how that works, but he should.
It doesn't go to effect until 28, I think.
It would be funny. Well, it's until they get a majority.
Which I think that's also one of the reasons why Democrats want to pack the court is so they basically can, like, uphold it, basically.
Well, I think their biggest reason, they want to make it where the Supreme Court, they can just change it on a whim. Like, 1 year actually help Democrats, Democrats win. Next year, Republicans won the popular vote, it doesn't matter, Democrats win. Trump picked Vance to help him and get the blue collar votes. Exactly. That's a whole thing. It helps him solidify the Rust Belt. I don't care who you are. There's one group of voters in particular Vance appeals to. If you deny this, you're dumb. You're delusional. He appeals...
Trans black women of color.
Jeez.
Wait, sorry.
No,
I'm not. Wait, sorry.
I'll be serious. This one more serious things. He appeals to the forgotten men and women of Middle America. You know, in northeastern Ohio. You know,
is Middle
Michigan.
America like Middle Earth?
Jeez. No,
Watch Hillbilly Elegy.
The North, yeah.
One elegy to rule them all.
Well, no, seriously, it's like he represents what people have gone through in life, and they've gotten screwed over by a corrupt government. And this is why I think his favorite
JD Vance is the son of Middle America who managed to actually live the American dream. Democrats are scared of James David Vance because he's the one who managed to escape and get better, and he's the one that didn't fucking forget about where he came from.
Yeah.
That's why they're scared of Vance. He's the only one that has managed to crawl out of the hole that he was born in. He crawled. Y'all want to know why we fall? I'm not going to quote The Dark Knight Rises, but you guys know what I'm saying.
All right. Seahawks Brennan Nelson for 3. Break-even point of popular vote for Kamala to win. Electoral College, 5. Here's something I actually want to... That's actually a good question. I think she needs to win it by more than Biden did. Because her strengths are in, like, deep blue states. But she's just going to do shit in the Rust Belt. So...
Oh, shit!
The Base Crusader for 5.
No! Breaking news! The leader of the Sinaloa cartel, Ismael El Mayo Zambada, has just been arrested in an FBI sting op in El Paso. The leader of one of the biggest fucking cartels at our border was just arrested by the FBI.
Oh,
holy
damn.
Shit.
Wow, they're actually useful for once.
And they wait till okay. Are you...
Right before the election.
I guarantee these scumbags who got him a long time ago.
Oh, Biden's FBI got the cartel.
Note to self, cancel upcoming Mexico trip.
Alright, the Base Crusader for 5. Trump is unironically more black than Harris, and it's not even close.
You know who's the blackest person here, though?
Just stop, Tyrone, stop. Gordo Fabulous for 10. Thoughts on Vance's story appealing to the inner cities. Similar drug and unemployment issues, probably similar numbers than who had grandmothers that loved God and the F word equally. I think it does. Yeah.
It could if they watch it, which I don't think they will. But
I think a bunch of people are going to watch and read his book. I really believe that's going to happen. People are going to realize, wait, this is JD Vance? This is a guy that's probably going to be the next vice president? Seahawks, Brennan hold on. Mike for 5. The one thing I don't like about Vance is that his eyelashes are super dark and creepy, but his policies are perfect for the future of the Republican Party. Darren Felix for 2. Odds Trump can win New Hampshire, New Jersey. I think it's below 10% right now. Just my take.
below 10% to win New Hampshire,
Well, I should say like New Jersey, but New Hampshire probably close to like 20.
I'd say like 40 or something. I don't know. New Jersey, probably 10 or so.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. American Nerd for 5. Rap thoughts on the BRIDGE and how it's the next evolution of DEI and how DEI isn't dead. A friend told me about it and I don't know about anything about it. What the hell is that?
What's what?
Bridge. BRIDGE. It's acronym for something.
I have no idea.
I don't know what that is. I'm being honest, I have no clue.
I've never fucking heard of this
Yeah,
before.
that seems like a terminally online thing. I don't know. Thanks for super chat though. I don't know. If I'm being frank. Alright. Trump has to win, there's no other option. Yep.
By the way, it's so Jova right now, guys. Cody from Alternate History Hub deleted his personal Twitter account.
I mean, I can't. He got ratioed and decided to just delete. Ripped Cody.
Yeah. The Base Crusader for 5. Odds Trump wins Minnesota. I don't know.
50-50.
I won't say that, but...
Oh, I would say that.
Let's see here.
Kamala Harris is only going to appeal to transgenders and queers, then okay, well...
This is the most important election in history until the next one. Well...
Transgender and queer.
I know we say this every year, this is the most important election, but I really think this is the most important one in history.
Oh yeah, because if Harris wins, we're getting mass amnesty and we're never winning an election again.
They're gonna
So.
pack the Supreme Court. The economy's gonna crash. Not good. Not good. Prince and Ryder for 5.
Not good, folks.
That's
It's
their.
not good
That's
at
by the
all.
way, that's their vision of democracy.
Yeah. Prince Ryder for 5. Bears. Harris internal polling shows Michigan, Wisconsin are bad right now. They may run an ad, but as of now, they expect to lose them. I did hear about that, but I didn't hear any memo get leaked. I heard.
I wonder if they're going to actually try to. I wonder if they're going to try to contest Texas to make up for them.
I don't think they'll be stupid.
I mean, I guess Harris already is because she did a thing in Houston today, but I don't know.
All right. Bridge is a rebranding of DEI by HR department since everyone is hating on DEI. Okay, that's not good. I think what's going to happen, though, is when hopefully Harris loses, I think... well, we saw this with Microsoft. Microsoft, they got rid of all that crap, surprisingly. So I think we're slowly starting to see backlash actually get to the companies. They're realizing, oh, wait a minute, these people, they're incompetent.
We got to rename our DEI program because DEI is bad. But
I think some of these companies are kind of realizing that I think they got duped into this. I really think a lot of these companies got duped. I know you could say, well, you're making excuses.
Thanks, George Floyd.
Well, no, I think they thought, this just means expand the workforce. Give other people opportunities. I don't think they thought, give less qualified people jobs just because of their race. I don't think that's what they thought it was. I know that sounds stupid, but there are some people that don't think that. They just think, diversity, okay, fine. Alex Maddox for 5. Thoughts on tightening of the polls. Trump campaign should focus on Harris record and not call her childish names. Well, that's what the Trump campaign's doing.
Jacqueline Kamala is a great nickname, by the way. Jacqueline Kamala. I love Jacqueline Kamala. Yeah. That's a great nickname. You should use that.
Yeah, and I think with the ad stuff, I mean, they're spending, $12 million a month, MAGA Incas?
I think so.
Yeah, or a week or something. They're spending a bunch of money. That's not including Renewal America. They're spending a bunch of money. They're bombarding her right now. It's like every minute there's a new ad.
The Trump campaign is doing what the Obama campaign did to Romney. When Romney got the nomination, the Obama campaign was able to define Romney before Romney could define himself.
And this is
just for the sheer amount of advertisements that Obama
and it took a while. And this is something people don't understand. It took a while for the Romney stuff to slowly get mainstream. It took like a month or so. But they were right off the bat, they were like spending hundreds of millions of dollars. Mike for 2, 40 to 45% chance Minnesota goes red in my opinion. Same with Virginia. I don't know about that. DJ Aftershock for 2, 2024 Wall Street Dems versus Silicon Valley Republicans. Yeah, that's what it is. That's kind of...
I wouldn't call them Republicans. The Gray Tribe is still very much so hesitated to work with Red Tribe just on virtue.
I think it's more
just by virtue of not wanting to deal with shit like... I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call wanting to just maintain your industries libertarian because they absolutely support some shit that's not libertarian, tariffs and government subsidization for moving back on the onshoring. Instead of libertarians, I call them technocrats. They want to fucking they're industrialists. They're not libertarians. They have libertarian streaks, though.
Prince Ryder for 2.
That's a right
Arizona,
start.
Nevada, Georgia, Pennsylvania, North Carolina is the Harris battle plan right now. I think that's just political suicide doing that. Sped Sports Network for 2. Percent chance Kamala wins. I'd say 25%. I say 25% because I just want to wait and see. 25-30% right now. It could change. It will, undoubtedly. Let's see here. Biden called Kamala a border czar. Did he?
Oh yeah, she was the border czar.
No, she was a border. I don't think he actually ever called her that, but that's what everyone coined it as. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I guess that's why the media says, "Oh no, she wasn't the border czar."
Yeah. Yeah. I think the whole border stuff, people are seeing right through that. They're like, okay, we were told for 3 years she was the border czar. You can't just change history now. Democrats are gonna believe it, of course, but. The average voter, they're going to say, okay.
Speaking of changing history, they're also now trying to gaslight people into thinking Harris didn't donate to the Minnesota Freedom Fund.
Now they're saying...
Even though Harris's tweets are fucking still up, they're still up, dipshits. fucking delete the tweets if you're gonna gaslight Americans.
At least try. Like, this is just lazy. That's the thing I'm noticing.
We are so lucky that that this time our opponent isn't just evil or stupid. It's
They're
evil
both.
and stupid.
And that's the thing with
Yeah.
the thing with the Obama, like the Biden campaign, they were evil, but they knew what they were doing. Hillary Clinton 2016 was just stupid. Her campaign.
You know what someone pointed out to me earlier that I found really fucking funny. Both Obama and Harris are African, but they're not black because their fucking African ancestry is all like post 65. Like they're not we don't have a fucking black president or vice president who's the actual descendant of slaves.
That's crazy to think about.
No, you fucking think about it. They're talking about like we're the party of the black people and shit like that, but you haven't actually nominated a fucking African American who's actually descended from slaves, whose ancestors actually went through that shit. No, you're fucking nominating the half-breed children of fucking immigrants from like Kenya and Jamaica.
All right, DJ Aftershock for 2. If Harris wins, what do you hope happens to the U.S.? I hope a day of reckoning. Finally wakes. I don't think it'll wake up people at that point. At that
By
point,
the way, I'm going to go back to the cartel thing news. The fact that they detained the leader of the cartel in El Paso. I mean, I highly doubt he got in there legally.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point.
Yep.
How would he get in here illegally? There's no way he wouldn't. Because they must know that he's part of the cartel, right?
They would have had to.
So
Which,
this just hurts Harris more.
Now who's going to take over? Now who's going to take over that cartel now? Is it like El Chapo's son or something?
Yeah, and this is what I'm just trying to say. Like
this shit's gonna get bloody fucking quick, bro. I've been saying this for a while. The moment actual ethnic and the moment actual fucking tension pops off with the cartels, oh man, we're gonna see an ethnic bloodbath not seen since the Yugoslav wars between cartels going after whites and really just like American ethnicities. They're gonna go bloodthirsty.
Brennan Nelson for 2. Did you discuss Rasmussen and DI polls? Yeah, we talked about Rasmussen. We talked about those polls.
Have we talked about the DI poll yet?
Which one's that?
The one he just said.
I think it's another Trump plus 8 poll. Democracy Institute, yeah, it's Trump plus 8. You know, I think that's a bit far-fetched right now, but
yeah, no.
I think it's far-fetched.
It's too close. It's too close. It needs to be Trump plus 18.
That's what the real polls are. Trump plus 30. You know, that's too Democrat. Trump plus 50.
Trump plus 30 after the you-know-what.
Gosh. All right. If anyone got more super chats and more questions, concerns, comments, begin sending them now. Last call for super chats, folks. Last calls for super chats. Family Kamala Harris has a slave owner as their ancestor. Yeah, I think they confirmed that, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's crazy to think, but it's true. Oh, we got breaking news. Kamala Harris slams Hamas. Well,
we can now project Donald Trump wins the state of Michigan and its 15 electoral votes.
Bro, that Chicago's be on fire. I don't like to talk like that because you don't.
Oh man, Chicago's gonna be fucking
and Milwaukee,
lit
because Milwaukee, the vicinity of Milwaukee. Oh no,
Michigan.
Michigan. Fucking hate that fat Ukrainian.
All right. So, I think we're on the stream here. If you guys did enjoy the stream, smash a like
By
button.
the way, that'll be Kamala Harris's reaction when she loses Michigan because of all her.
It'd be like Clinton, where she feels.
Have you seen the one where he says Georgia and starts sobbing?
Yeah,
I actually haven't seen that yet.
Georgia.
All right. Well, anyways, folks, I think we're on the stream here. Any last thoughts, anyone?
If he's crying like that, did he actually support Trump? Or there's no way he could have.
I don't know. Anyone got more any more comments, super chats, last calls? Anyone got anything else to say before we head off?
I'm just gonna say is keep it. Yeah, no, like honestly, guys, when you start dooming Stop being short attention span ADHD nerds.
Yeah.
Remember, everything that's happening with Harris polling, it's a honeymoon phase. She's not going to get a DNC bump. She's not going to get an October surprise bump. Her numbers are only going to go down from here.
Yep. All right. So okay, everyone. We'll see you guys in the next stream.
By the way, I think I got a little more hints about Mark Kelly being vice president.
What just happened?
Actually, only a few minutes ago, both Gabby Giffords and Mark Kelly tweeted about JD Vance.
It's let's go Kelly probably. It's either Kelly.
Oh man. Okay, cool. So instead of winning Arizona by like 10, Trump's going to win Arizona by 9.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next stream, video, wherever you see me in.
Blake
Godspeed.
Masters for Senate 2028.
That's real. Hope he wins. Godspeed to all of you.